Woke up, new brothers and new sisters. If you found out you were Hebrew, welcome to the change. Welcome to the change. Welcome to the change. If you found out you were Hebrew, welcome to the change. Welcome to the change. Welcome to the change, man.
I grew up at a time in American history when segregation was legal. And I remember when black people had to go to the back of the stores in restaurants in order to order their food. On one occasion, there was a particular shopping center that had a restaurant that served hamburgers that were really good, and we had to go to the back door in order to order our food. And I remember that was about in the 4th grade, about 9 years old, and I remember that particular restaurant, and on one occasion I wondered why black people had to go to the back door and everybody else could go in and sit down. I see white families and their children sitting down inside in the restaurant, but we had to go to the back door. So one day I decided that I'm going to go in and sit at the counter just like everybody else did, regardless of the segregation laws. So, I figured that, I was only in the 4th grade, 9-year-old, what are they going to do to me? And so I had the audacity one day to walk into this particular store and sit at the counter and ask the lady, to take my order. So when I walked in, everybody looked around at me like I was a space alien, and I sat at the counter, and the waitress turned around and said, you got to go to the back door to make your order. And I started to ask her why, but, because my mother and I were living alone, I didn't want the Ku Klux Klan to start harassing us. So I decided not to make a fuss and go to the back door and make my order. But I wanted to test that unjust system and see exactly what this all was about going inside. Was there something special about this restaurant and something, what was the big deal about me going inside? So that's when I had the audacity to go in and challenge the system and these segregation laws.
Found that you were Hebrew, welcome to the change. Welcome to the change. Welcome to the change. If you found that you were Hebrew, welcome to the change. Welcome to the change. Welcome